everybody, I'm DeAndrea and this is my husband.
How you doing, everybody? My name is Byron.
And today's topic is when did we know that we wanted to get married? You want to go first?
Sure, I can go first. I don't know, I guess for me, I just had a certain feeling that just came across, and I felt like it was God speaking to me, because after a certain amount of time, I felt like he was speaking to me, saying that it's time. Especially being in a relationship for as long as we was at that time.
How long was we together before we got married?
What was it?
It was 3
years.
going on 4.
Yeah, 3 going on 4. So around that time, I felt like it was the right time, because a lot of stuff that we was already doing, it seemed like we was already married. So it's like, can't keep living like this and keep doing like this. I got to do the right thing. And then, like I said, I felt like God was speaking to me. So when I felt like I heard him, that's when I asked my girlfriend at the time to marry me. Then she became my fiance, and then y'all know the rest.
Well, for me, I don't want to get mushy because I ain't no mushy person. I'm a whole G, if you really know me. That rhyme. But I knew that I wanted to get married when I felt like he started to understand my situation with having spina bifida. A lot of people don't understand that, or they try to act like they understand it, or some people act like they may be comfortable with it, but he actually showed me that he was comfortable with it. Like, he didn't mind taking me places. He didn't mind taking me around his family. He didn't mind doing anything with me. Like, before COVID, we literally did everything together. Like, always went on a date, always did something. And that's when I knew that I wanted to get married, because you don't want to marry somebody who will just leave you hanging in a serious situation and make you feel uncomfortable with something that you can't control. So that's when I felt like I knew.
And I would say marriage is a serious thing. So I would say don't do it unless you really know this is something you want to do, because you're supposed to be with this person for the rest of your life. Once you do this, there's no turning back. So make sure you're really ready to do it.
Yeah, it's not to be entered into lightly, period. But yeah, make sure it's something that you really want to do. And for the fellas, make sure that you aren't being pressured into doing it, because like he said, this is till death do us part. So you have to be sure. Yes, it's going to be trials and tribulations that you are going to go through, but the thing is, you go through it. You don't just stay there. It's not always like that. And I'm speaking to us as well. It's not always bad. It's not always going to be bad. Like, you go through to get through, basically. And you have good times too, and that's the joy of marrying somebody that is not just your boyfriend or girlfriend or fiance. Somebody that's actually your friend.
Yeah, you said the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, like she said, don't let anybody pressure you. It's going to be people that's going to be like, well, you've been together for such and such time. Y'all should have been married already. In my opinion, I look at it as my opinion. I know a lot of people might not agree, but I feel like it's no time limit. It's nothing that you should rush to do. So who says since you met somebody, you got to get married in like 1 year or something? Like, some people get married in 1 year, some people get married in 10 years. I feel like whatever works for y'all relationship. I don't feel like it's a time limit, because a lot of people, they get married, I believe, too soon, and then now you see all these divorce rates.
I disagree. As his wife, I disagree, because I feel like sometimes, especially men, they can get comfortable in being treated like a husband, and they're not really your husband. Like, no, I'm not saying that you shouldn't show that you shouldn't be nice to your boyfriend or your fiance, but to me personally, it's not just a title, it's a God thing. Like, after so long, it's like, no, you can't stay the night, no, I can't cook, No, I can't wash your clothes. No, like either you show me some type of commitment, or I don't know what to tell you, because especially if you're a good woman, you know what you bring to the table. It's not always about money. It's about being a good woman, because it's a whole lot of women out here who just aren't good. They'll just use you for everything that you have, and you'll be thinking like, dang, I really let that good one go, all because I didn't want to settle down and show her that I really truly love her and marry her.
But then my point of view is, like you said, every woman isn't a good woman, so you shouldn't be out there trying to get married in 1 year. You could be marrying a gold digger for all you know.
Yeah.
You could end up like Kanye. You could end up like a lot of these celebrities where the woman has set it up from day one. They knew how they was gonna do it, and then you trapped pretty much. You stuck. So, yeah. So, like I said, I feel like it's nothing. Of course, it's something you need to do, but don't let anybody pressure you or rush you. But like I said, I know it's gonna be a debate depending on who watched this. So, however y'all feel, go ahead and drop the comments. I know it's probably gonna be more women leaving it than men, but hey, it is what it is.
This is my question to you and other men.
Oh boy.
Why should we play wife to a boyfriend? Why? Like, why do we have to do that?
I'm not saying you have to play wife at all. I'm just saying, like, sometimes, I ain't saying myself, but sometimes guys are not ready. Sometimes they're not mature enough. Sometimes they're not in a great position enough to do it. Sometimes they just need time to be right for the woman. Not rush it, because if you rush it, who knows what you're going to get when you're married, and then you already married to that person.
So my thing is, why not let that person know that and not string them along? Because they may say okay, and they may say I'm not okay with that, and I want to move on and see what's out there, or I want to back up and not do the things that we're doing that's not right for this, for this time, until you're able to get yourself together.
Some couples might have that conversation. Like I said, it all depends on the couple. That's why I said there's no time limit. Because some couples might have talked about it, some might not have talked about it. We don't know. I'm just saying.
Y'all, be smart.
Yeah,
ladies.
Guys, be smart too. Don't rush into it. Don't be a Kanye. Kanye about to suffer.
I'm not telling the ladies to be a Kim, but don't be crazy.
Look at Kanye as an example. Kanye and Dr. Dre.
He didn't know what he was getting himself into, you don't think?
Who?
Kanye.
Kanye did. That's what I'm saying. Don't be foolish like Kanye. Don't. And yeah.
And we don't know the full story behind neither one, especially not Dr. Dre. We don't know what that man did. When a man cheat on a woman or does something super disrespectful to a woman, some women forgive, but they never forget. And you just never know what might have happened behind closed doors.
Okay, they're having a divorce. What's the point of her trying to get back in the house? What's the point of her trying to send him to the hospital? This man had a brain aneurysm, and she's still trying to collect the check.
God bless him, and I hope he can come back from it. I really do. I do hope he come back from it, but you do not know what he has taken the woman through.
We don't know. We don't. But like I said, they're supposed to be getting a divorce. He was going to settle with her. Take the money, leave the man alone. Let him live his life. You live your life. But I would love to see what y'all got to say. I already know how it's going to be.
But all I'm saying is marriage is not for everybody. Mm-hmm. Marriage is not to be entered into lightly. But also, it's not what's up to play with anybody's feelings either. Just being real. Because a hurt woman will do some damage. That's all I'm saying. So be careful who you try to play, be careful who you messed with, and just be careful who you date in general. Everybody is not on the up and up these days. But I will say to the women, know your worth. Know your worth. I don't know how many times I can say how many times I can say that. Just know your worth. If I'm not saying people don't go through things. We go through things. We've been together for 6 years.
Yeah.
And yes, we've gone through some things. But God has kept us still and still keeping us together and still keeping us strong and happy together. And what I'm saying is, if a person is putting more of a burden on you or more stress on you than loving on you and being there for you and showing you that you matter, why would you enter into a marriage with them thinking that it's going to be better?
Yeah, if you
I'm just saying.
You see the signs early, turn around. You seeing those signs for a reason. It's God showing you something.
It's not worth.
Get up out of there.
It's not worth showing people a ring. It's not worth telling people I got a husband. Okay, a husband is supposed to be a protector, a provider. What else?
Protector, provider,
a lover,
yeah,
a friend. Just a husband is supposed to be a real man, and a real man hold things down. I'm not saying that they're perfect, or I'm not saying that they don't get weak sometimes, but a real man holds things down and doesn't put their woman down. Like, they uplift their woman through anything. And I feel like vice versa. A woman should be able to do the same thing for her man. No, we're not the provider or the protectors, but we're supposed to be comfort, the helpmate to our husbands. And a lot of women and men don't know that before they get married. They're just more so excited about the wedding and not the afterlife. And it's like, marriage is so much bigger than a dress, a tux, a suit, a ring, flower girls and decorations. It's so much deeper than that. Like, for real, when the audience and family members and everybody else is gone, it's y'all and God. Like, that's it. Like, y'all have to really figure things out and do things your way and figure out what works for you and your household and figure out a balance and compromise with each other. It's just so many layers to marriage, but a lot of people don't know that, especially people in our generation. They feel like it's I don't know, like it's a game or something, and it's not.
Yeah, they feel like it's a movie. It's not a movie, because the movie ends. Once that wedding's done, the marriage still going.
Yeah.
That's not ending. So, like she said, you got to make sure you right. Make sure you ready for it. Make sure you pray to God a lot before you get married, to make sure you're not seeing any signs, any red flags before you get married. Because like I said, you see any of those signs, turn around, rethink it. Don't rush into it. Because like I said, when you marry, you marry.
Yeah. And I'm not saying to stay through any type of abuse or, just any craziness. But I'm also saying that your marriage is your marriage. Whatever you decide to deal with, that's what you decide to deal with. Nobody can tell you what your deal breakers are. That's something that you have to know within you and your household. So I can't sit here and say that you should leave your significant other if they do this or if they do that. I'm not that kind of person. And if a person does tell you that, you need to rethink your circle, because it should just be all about prayer. Unless that person is putting you in harm's way, a person should have nothing but positive things to say about your significant other and your marriage. If a person comes at you sideways about your wife or your husband or about your marriage, then that's your opportunity to let them know, no, you out of pocket.
Yeah, you could just know, just because you're married, everybody else might not want to see you married either. A lot of people are praying for your downfall. Like, as soon as you're about to get married, up until the point of being married, some are waiting for you to split up just to say, I told you so, and he wasn't no good, she wasn't no good. You have a lot of those people around you too, so you got to make sure you don't feed into what they saying and just pay attention.
And a lot of people can only give you advice from what they've experienced or from what they are experiencing. So it's like they try to tell you how your marriage is going to go or how it should go based off of what they're going through. And you can't always listen to that either. I feel like if it's not positivity, if it's not lifting us up, if you're not lifting us up in prayer, if you're not lifting us up in positivity, then it's like, what am I listening to you for? Like, I'm just being honest.
Yeah, everybody's marriage is not the same. Like,
nah,
people run their marriages different from one another. Like, something may work for you doesn't mean it's going to work for the next person. It's up to them to figure out what works for them.
Yeah.
So that's why people can't go around, especially telling people that just got married, you need to do this, you need to do that. This is how it's going to work. It might work for you, but if they try it, it might make their marriage fail or put a strain on it. So they got to figure it out on their own.
Yeah. And today's video is coming from the car, you guys.
Yep.
So we went back old school. I'm holding the phone and I feel a little trapped in this coat, so don't talk about me too bad when I was, reaching my arm up. It's not too little, I promise. I'm just a little tight in this. That's all, with my sweater on underneath.
And I know y'all might be wondering why we keep turning our heads, but we always watch our surroundings.
Okay.
Too many people around here.
Yeah.
So gotta always watch your surroundings.
We wanted to get out and get some air and get the baby some air, so we decided to just ride out, just the three of us today. And it felt real good to just do that. But we always want to drop some stuff that we're experiencing. Sometimes people ask me to talk about certain things and it's not directed towards anybody, and I just try to bring it forth in the best way that I know how. I'm not perfect, don't want to be perfect. I'm DeAndrea, and I just try to give my advice or my point of view on certain things. And this is how I personally feel about marriage and when I knew that I wanted to get married. And all I'm gonna say is that yes, when a man proposed to you, is always enthusiastic, but I don't think we always think about the future trials and tribulations that we may go through once we say yes. It's like you signed up for a whole lot of things when you say yes. So I'm not saying that it's just super bad all the time. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is prepare yourself. And by preparing yourself, you stay prayed up. You stay positive. You have positive people around you. Don't be with people who always have something to say about your significant other. Like, girl, why you gotta go home so early? Girl, why you can't stay out? Girl, why you this? Why you that? He always got you like this, or he always got you like that. It's like, that's what we choose to do. This is what I've agreed to. Like, or, man, why you can't do what we used to do before you got married, or before you did this, or before you did that? Because that's not respectful. When you get married, you have to remember that it's not just you anymore. It's your wife and it's your husband. You have to be respectful of what time you come in. You have to be respectful of the kind of people that you bring around him or her. And you just have to be respectful and be on the up and up and be honest with each other. I don't think it's a good idea to just be super stuffy and act like because you married now you can't, you can't be you. I'm not saying that. You don't have to just completely change who you are. That's the reason that the person fell in love with you in the first place, I hope, because you were you. So all I'm saying is be you, but be respectful and be you.
All right, and we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully we could help somebody out, encourage somebody, and help somebody do the right thing and be on the right path. And we'll see you next time.
Peace.